So guys, there you are. So guys, morning. We had a little bit of a situation last night, which I would like to share. It's not quite Outlander PHEV or electric vehicle related, but actually the night before yesterday, so the day before yesterday, we had a similar situation and I couldn't quite figure out what it actually is. So basically I woke up in the middle of the night and heard the birds outside in the cage, which is not far away from our bedroom. I could hear them fluttering and flying back and forward in the cage and screaming and whatever. And sometimes they do this because there is wind outside, there's a storm, or it was rainy this night anyway. And there was heaps of weather going on basically, yeah. And yeah, after a while it stopped, and that's what usually happens. They're flying back and forward a couple of times and screaming in the night, and everything is good. And we have 4 cockatiels and 1 budgie in this cage. It's a huge cage, so you may have seen it in the other videos sometimes. And yeah, so last night it happened again, and the budgie was really screaming and everything, and I woke up again and said something is not right, because it wasn't windy and we had some rain, but it wasn't windy or so. So I got the torch, went out, and yeah, I mean, that's now the second time, so I'll show you. And there she is. A nice little carpet snake. So yeah, she made it into the cage and was curled around the budgie already. And this is a python snake, so they are not biting, they are not venomous. I mean, they can bite and you get an irritation or an infection even where the bite is, but they are not deadly or something. Yeah, it's not like the brown snakes we have here in Australia, which are 40 minutes and then you are gone. This is just a python. It's a constrictor snake, so they're curling around their victims basically and wait until they breathe out, and then they're getting a little bit closer around the body until the victim dies, can't breathe anymore. Painful. So this little baby was already curled around the budgie, and yeah, the budgie was already gone when I came out. And the snake was trying to eat this budgie. I mean, the snake is tiny. This is maybe the neck. This is probably the size of my finger. But snakes, they don't seem to know what they are capable of or not. And we actually have the budgie here as well. I blew this out a little bit. So we have to bury the budgie. And yeah, we couldn't rescue the budgie anymore. We got both in one package out of the cage. It was still hanging on a branch in there, and we separated them, and now we've got the snake here. And as I said, we had this situation before, about 3 years or so, when we lost another budgie from a snake. And my wife took the snake about 1 kilometer from here and let it go in a creek bed over there. And a couple of weeks later we had a similar situation again in the cage. So there was another snake trying to get one of the budgies, and we caught it again. It didn't harm anyone, and we caught the snake again and realized it was the same snake we just put 2 weeks ago into the creek bed, and it came back. And we did some research, and actually they have their territory where they live, and yeah, they're just, wherever you relocate them, they're trying to get back. They've got sensors and whatever GPS navigation they have, and they are able to get back to where their territory is. So with this one, what we are trying to do is now we will ring the University of Queensland and ask for advice over there. And they will probably give us a number of a snake catcher who is picking up this little baby snake here and relocate it far away from here. These snakes are very common here in this area, and we have them quite And we have these snakes quite often here in this area. They are usually harmless. They're getting, of course, bigger. This is just a baby one. And I think it's cold. That's why. Come on. There you go. Isn't she a beauty? So they are usually eating little frogs and insects and mice, and when they get bigger they're eating even rats and birds, of course. So that's their preferred food, of course. Yeah, what a shame. That was our last budgie. So we've got only 4 cockatiels left now, but they are quite big, so the snake didn't go for them, and they are faster in flying away and escaping and everything, so they're a little bit quicker in escaping. But the budgie didn't quite make it for some reason. Yeah, I mean it's black dark out there. It's pitch black there in the cage, and they are, of course, they don't make any noise, so the bird doesn't know there's a snake coming. And when they are close enough, they just get them, and then it's too late. Well, yeah, so that was our night. So I'm a little bit tired now because we couldn't get any sleep afterwards anymore, because so many things going through your head then. And yeah, totally PHEV unrelated this time and unexpected. This one is around, it's close to 1 meter long, so it's fairly long, and a beautiful snake. And she must have found a little gap in the mesh of the bird cage or something where she went through. I mean, this snake is really tiny, so as long as the head fits through, everything else will follow. No problem at all. So I have to check the cage again and see if there's maybe a little wire broken somewhere in the mesh, and where the snake went through, and fix this leak. Because we don't want to have another snake in our bird cage for a while, hopefully. Okay, I'll let you know what we are doing with this little snake and where it's been relocated. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.